Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well, and I'm back with another video. This will be an unboxing and my first impressions video of just one fragrance. I think I'm doing this after a really long time, so let's get started with the video. Recently I got a question from one of my subscribers. She wanted to know which is my most expensive purchase of 2020 and if it is worth the hype. So this is the one of my best buys of 2020, which I did not include in my last video because I wanted to share this unboxing with all of you. I'm sure many of you have this fragrance and many of you are planning to buy it in the next year. So here's Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Oud Satin Mood. Now I know I have been waiting for a really long time for this perfume. This has been on my wish list for more than a year, over 2 years. I think I've written it across various notebooks, on various small memo slips on my phone, many places where Oud Satin Mood has been chalked out, and finally I got my hands on this. And yes, so far this has been the most expensive purchase of my collection, and of course one of my most sought after perfumes as well. So let's get started. So this is the presentation. This is the perfume. Here. So this is a 2017 formulation, and I'm not getting into the price right now because prices is something I don't usually mention on my videos, because there are different kinds of price brackets that come at different points of time. There are times when you will get less than what I have got because of certain discounts available. If you're getting a tester, if you're lucky to get a tester, then it will come at a lesser price. So it's the best way to find out the price would be to ask the retailers, and I have shared all my retailers details with you, so you can always ask them. But I can tell you that this is the most expensive perfume in my collection as on today. That's it. And second question was whether it is worth the hype. Now it's a very difficult question to answer, primarily because Maison Francis Kurkdjian is one of the most respected names, one of the most respected perfumers in the fragrance industry, and I'm really not qualified enough to say if it is worth the hype. I can tell you about the perfume, what I think about the perfume. And this is an oud rose combination, a very luxurious oud rose combination, because it has Turkish rose, it has Bulgarian rose, it has oud, of course, it has benzoin, and it has violet. I can tell you, when you sniff this and when I sniff Noir de Noir, there's a little bit of creaminess, there's a little bit of satiny smoothness. It's maybe because of that this name Oud Satin Mood is actually inspired, because I get a lot of satiny smoothness, a lot of sweetness, and obviously it comes from the vanilla because this has vanilla, and it's quite understandable that the creaminess comes from the vanilla itself. Now the closest to this perfume that I have in my collection is comparisons that I can make with this perfume in my collection is one of my all-time favorites, which is Oud for Greatness by Initio. Now, as I've said this many a times, that Initio is one of my most favorite brands, especially in recent times. This one is for serious oud lovers. At first, when I tried to compare, I realized that there is actually no comparison between the two, because this is oud. Of course, there's a little bit of sweetness, there's a little bit of muskiness in this, but there's no vanilla over here, and vanilla being one of the notes in Oud Satin Mood, there's a lot of creaminess besides the sweetness that is here. Oud Satin Mood, in my opinion, is a perfume that you would want to reserve for very special occasions. It is something that smells rich, luxurious to me. Again, if you ask me, oud is in the background over here. Oud has taken a backseat. There's a lot of rose at play over here, which is not there in Oud for Greatness. Oud for Greatness is more serious oud but made more likable, not the usual pungent sort of raw oud kind of feeling, but a very likable and a very sweet oud, balancedly sweet oud, but serious oud. And this one, Oud Satin Mood, in my opinion, is, you know, the vanilla, the rose. There are two kinds of rose, Turkish rose and Bulgarian rose, and the presence oud is definitely at play, but in a far more elegant and subdued manner. That is what I think about Oud Satin Mood. And you know, it's not to take away any of the elegance from it, any of the beautiful oud rose combination from it, and it's all in all a very, very balanced, very, very likable perfume. And I think it is the well balanced and the well blended outcome that makes it so highly priced. And again, oud, as we know, is a very, very pricey, very, very expensive raw material. So when you have that along with other, you know, equally high quality ingredients, the prices of perfumes, certain perfumes, definitely go up. So with that said, I can only you know, in my own way, justify the price. It was an expensive price for me, but again, I know that there are even more higher priced perfumes, and in my opinion, I really liked Oud Satin Mood in a way that it was a different take other than I mean, on oud and rose. It did not I'm happy that it is not too much like Oud for Greatness or even Noir de Noir, because that would have made my purchase completely pointless. At the same time, Oud Satin Mood gives me the feeling of a very classy, elegant, and a very rich, sophisticated kind of an perfume, you know, perfume feel, and that is something that I would really cherish on some very special occasions. I will keep you updated on all the times that I wear it, and of course I'll come back to you again on its longevity and the projection, and how much it you know, how many compliments I get from this perfume. So with that said, I'll wrap up this short video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I loved bringing it to you, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Till then, lots of love.